Guys, I have good news and bad news. Let's start with the good news. Wow, she's crediting creators now. We're we're so lucky. I can't click on that, and I'm too lazy to use it. But if we really see something cool, I mean, like, wow, we're gonna be able to watch more TikToks from them. Except I don't give a fuck. Again, this is all you win, right? You win this, a bit of that, hurt someone's feelings and hurt someone's monetization. I'm not sure why this is monetized, but her channel is not. So, I don't know. Well, we'll see how this is gonna resolve. Well, finally, he got what he wanted, right, Jack? So that's good news. The bad news is I'm gonna be uploading again, and I'm gonna be uploading TikTok reaction stuff. But obviously, I'm not just like sitting there and reacting and just saying stuff. I'm trying to analyze TikToks. I'm trying to use TikToks for education purposes, not necessarily for entertainment. I'm trying to catch up. It is still just entertainment because I'm not really doing much in life to be able to improve myself. It's not gonna solve some kind of puzzles, but maybe, it's gonna make other people think. Maybe that's good. So that's the bad news, that I'll be uploading stuff. I'm no longer dormant, technically. Well, this is how I'll remain dormant, because I have to, like, upload something. I have to do something on my channel to remind people that I exist, but I exist in a very weird way. Anyways, let's begin, boys. Also, Jack uploaded a video, and it's kind of relevant. This is a sad ending. Shut the fuck up, whoever that is. Bad news. I have to click on fucking... What do you have to say, bro?
Someone who covered the whole SS Sniper Wolf situation from start all the way to now, I think it's only fair we take a look at one of the last pieces of this whole insane, weird, and really sad drama. So just a few days ago...
Oh, it's last drama. I covered everything, guys. Oh my god. Well, no. You did not cover everything. You just news reported. Fucking, I covered everything. I covered more than enough to last, the dormant season of this drama, because this drama ain't going anywhere, bro. Don't worry about it. It had woken up a lot of stupid people, and they started vomiting onto YouTube their own opinions that they don't actually have. They just, shitting on Sniper Wolf. It's not an opinion, and it's just too easy. It's like, how can we shit on Sniper Wolf right now if we're all hating on her? We'll take all her toys away, all right? She's not going to be in the playground. Some fucking baby talk, basically, is happening, because they don't feel like there's an adult in a room anymore.
Especially...
Here we go, bro. You show me some fucking game footage. I know your fucking video sucks balls. You're not taking things seriously. Anyways. I will react to this video. But the main idea... Please unsmirk yourself.
Be rough, to say the least.
It's gonna be very rough, guys. Wait, you demonetized too? No, this video is demonetized. This
Hey,
video.
Long time.
My friends. So basically it's like, give me consent so I can make another series, basically. And it's like, you don't have to give him consent, though. You don't have to send him videos. You're not gonna get anything in return, necessarily. Being like, it's notorious to, like, be the first 10 episodes. Be the first 10 episodes, so maybe you can fill in the form right now. There's a doc form, basically. Saying, well, give me your username, the link to the video. It's just some basic stuff, but insert that you're worshipping Jack's films or whatever. That, well, no, we have to confirm, reconfirm. Like, this is how much work he's putting in, and he's trying to look like cool and stuff, and it's like, this is how you have to do it. And feeling the paperwork, it's like, congratulations, now you're the government on YouTube, on the entertainment platform. I mean, well, he is trying to communicate with creators. I guess that's pretty cool. And he's gonna filter out with his counsel. I mean, it's a way to do it. It's a way to do content. It's the way he does content forever now. Please give me your consent. He's just begging a bunch of times. Let me see if there's anything else for me to say.
But we both want to thank you all for your incredible support of Scared to Leave Our Home and strongly considering moving.
Yeah, I am scared to leave my home as well, WTFuss, for the entirety of my life. And I strongly, consider moving to a better location once there's an opportunity. I'll strongly consider the opportunity. So I feel you, WTFuss. Welcome down to earth, bitch.
Tips.
Yeah, and still he haven't acknowledged that Sniper Wolf is crediting something. She's trying to do the thing that he asked for. He didn't acknowledge that Sniper Wolf, got busted basically by YouTube because YouTube has to do something. He didn't react to that part, which is kind of relevant, right? But okay, no more fuel to the fire, I guess. It's like your entire mission was to do something, right? No? Your entire mission just to sit here and just burn time? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand that part.
And then on top of me critiquing it, we're also going to play bingo with your videos. There are spaces like...
Of course you will be playing bingo, because that's so much fun, bro. So cool. I don't know. It's a baby game at this point. I'm not even gonna talk about it too much.
Only react to video.
But the positive bingo is a slightly better version, because you're not looking for negative traits, you're looking for positive traits. Isn't that crazy, bro? Except you're also looking for negative traits at the same time? That would be cool if there's positive bingo and negative bingo side by side. Then you're actually seeing which bingo is gonna be filled first. That's a smart idea, because you figure out whether video is bad or good, whether people like it or not, for different reasons. Now that would be fucking smart. This a baby game, bro. Because editing mistake. I saw editing mistake and I'm like, this is slightly some negative stuff. I'm not sure though. Here's how we do differently is also kind of negative. I don't know. Mostly is good, right? But it's just weird. Made Jack cringe. It's you can't mix that shit up very well. Because it serves no purpose. If it has no meaning, it's pointless. So it already happened? Well, can't wait, bro.
Hey, everyone.
Can't wait. Okay, sure. So we're gonna keep an eye on that shit if it's happening. Should I watch Sniper Wolf? Because I'll be doing this every day. I can watch and react to Sniper Wolf because that's the creator I like to credit, actually. It's a very interesting one. You might not have seen her work put in a positive perspective, because lens matters. That's why reaction content matters, right? It's a lens. This is a lens put on this video. And it's a consistent lens. It's a lens that shows up every fucking day. And enough said. Enough has been said, all right? If you want to understand this lens a little bit even more, well, There's 20 videos now on this drama, and it's not gonna stop there. You think I stopped, bro? Drama never stops. Drama never sleeps. I have realized drama might even need a separate channel. I haven't decided, even though drama kind of exploded, but I'm like, okay, if I get 5,000 views on a video, yeah, I have to move to a different channel. This is completely different type of content, and it's just weird. Maybe. I'll still be strategizing on that one. Because now I'm just addicted in making new channels, and that would be probably the last channel I would make, because I like number 4. So I would have 4 channels. I just need a very, very strong sort of idea for the channel, right? And then I will do it, because I have to. As a YouTube CEO, I have to explore 4 directions at least. 4 possibilities of what you can do on this platform. All right, let's see this Sniper Wolf video, because that's a thing that she still does. But she was disturbed by the comments, right? Now that she realized what's going on, I think now she... Because up until that point, it was probably difficult to understand. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. Because we don't get a full statement, and maybe some people just don't want to be in drama, you know, like, they're just doing their thing. Anyways.
I can see myself in the plate.
Ew! I just saw you guys come out of a house.
It triggers me, like, people trying to be cheap, because at some point, just... first of all, you can cut corners, you can be more efficient. This is not efficiency. This is disgusting. But just do things faster and get a side job. Oh wait, we can't get jobs anymore. But at least just do something that's going to make you more productive as a human being. Will make things better for people. Or you might be able to squeeze out a side job after all. Maybe it's not completely hopeless in the world like it is for me. Because, like, I don't want to generate anything if I don't have friends. Like, this is where I would start. But if you have a family, maybe you can fucking build a lemonade stand for fun, you know, until police shows up and destroys it or whatever. So, you got to think that way. You got to think that you have to, well, spend time wisely and not spend resources in a fucking twisted way, an obsessive way.
Like they're gonna use.
So the thing is, like, they pretend to save when they use the pool. They allow children to play in the pool in the first place. That's the stupid part. Entertaining children, they can just do whatever they want, just play, just be privileged little fucks. That's the stupid part. You can actually employ your children to do the stupid shit that you're doing right now, which they kind of did, but it's just so dumb, bro. Just then don't have this, or don't fill it up with water. Like, what? Well, they will play, and then we'll do that. Like, no, if you can't afford something, don't fucking do the thing in the first place. Don't start it. Don't feed your children just twisted mindset that you can actually afford something. It's just so stupid. From the very beginning. From the very beginning, that even Sniper Wolf couldn't backtrack of like how stupid it is to just give children stuff that clearly they don't deserve in this case. Because for some reason, family has a financial fear. And then she talks about the toilet.
Going to the toilet and then flush right after. So
how the dad doesn't want to flush the toilet, but yet nothing actually changed. You just have to stare at piss every single time. It's just so fucking stupid, bro. How do people come up with stuff like that, right? That make no sense. But that's just what fear does, bro. You really want to solve something, so you make a terrible layer on top. But it's not solving anything. You just put a layer on the problem and make things worse, make things apparent. But it puts Sniper Wolf in a pretty interesting position. Of like, she kind of was growing up poor and had a weird dad. Interesting.
Because that costs electricity. I've tried this before and it works.
This fucking cracked me, bro. Let's make cookies that way, bro.
If you live somewhere where the summers are really hot, you just pop some cookie dough in your car.
No. This is so stupid, bro. I really want cookies, though. What the fuck? All this effort wasted, bro. Holy shit. At some point, you're wasting effort. At some point, you do weird things that make no fucking sense. But it's the hacker family, boys. How can we hack some cookies, bro?
She could still play with it, Vic.
If I took 2 wheels off your car, could you still drive it?
Yeah, when you fix your fucking car. It could be an ornament of like, well, someone threw that away, but you can fix it and you can have your car back. I mean, 3D printer's gonna be a thing eventually, guys. Oh, wait. We're talking about cheap people. Yeah, I don't know, man. You'll have to be very creative.
What I want. I was gonna rip the head off anyway. Maybe I should make a little Franken baby out of it. Doll head and then put the car on top.
I mean, that's how you do it, bro. And now it's genderless baby. Gender affirmed baby, dude. Yeah, sanity, happiness cost a lot more. Or at least have a price, and you have to consider it. That you're breastfeeding your fucking child with someone else's milk, bro, and you're asking for it, and it's like people give into that. It's something, but it's hurt. It's very hurtful, bro. It's crazy, man. You just have to wiggle your way out of this abnormal behavior. Absolutely. But you know what the coolest part is? Well, I mean, they realized, oh shit, I have a baby now, and it's so expensive to have a baby. It's like, but it's weird. It's fucking weird, bro. I have no comment because it's so complicated. Unless I start helping a person and then realize what I have to dig into it, you know. I can't just like observe it. All right, these are my public likes from TikTok. Let me show you some smart stuff.
What did Jim Carrey mean to tell us?
First time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
I think Jim Carrey just turned into an asshole, basically. Into a depressed asshole that wants to be an asshole in like a fascinating way. And this was like four years ago. Now he has got sucked into the Sonic universe, and the vibe changes every single time an actor is like doing something for a long time, like Jim Carrey probably was in this kind of retirement stage where his life was meaningless. So it's not impossible to understand what the fuck he means, but you have to like peel down the superiority complex that he has over this person, you know, that just, you know, doing their job. And it's like superiority complex of like, oh, everything is meaningless to you, you know. And it is kind of meaningless. It's like no one really is hanging out here. No one is having fun. It's just like we are just continuing to embrace the icons, the celebrities. But it's usually for the rest of the world that matters. I mean, it matters to me a lot. We don't have that shit in Europe, bro. We don't have celebrities that have millions of subscribers, bro. We don't have that. It's just impossible. Germany can sort of squeeze a person like that, and it's as far as we go. India was able to squeeze an entire channel filled with music, but no one person can like stand out in India, I don't think. So this is where we are. America just happens to be this just weird place that shits out celebrities. And once you understand that, like your perspective changes a little bit, it becomes more meaningful, I would imagine. But it has to become more meaningful just in general. Like people have to understand what they're doing and how they're different, how they stand out in the world, which is literally the avatar of this guy. So interesting.
If genitals don't define gender, how does removing them affirm it?
Yeah, because that's not the point of disrupting gender and all that shit. There's no logic behind it. It's just pain and suffering, as I say. It's just insanity for the sake of entertainment. You know, who is gonna succumb to insanity? Who's gonna fall for it? It's always a trick that's being laid down. Is it a trick or treat? You have to pick it up and see. What if we affirm your gender? Is it a trick or treat? Is that season, boys? Well, no, it's a thing. Because seasons kind of like get from best to worse. It's almost like the whole rainbow of seasons. Maybe like summer is the best. I'm thinking something like this, bro. First month, 12th month. Maybe this is the top month. But as it gets to December, as it gets to winter, it gets cold, it gets dark and stuff. It's not a very pleasant season, I'm not gonna lie. So November is 11, right? And November is the trick and treat moment. Which, it gets worse. Christmas is you don't want to know. You don't want to know why Santa says ho ho ho, bro, and comes down the chimney. You don't want to know these things. You know, we're celebrating stuff to mask like really, really dark stories to be told, you know. But you must understand, it gets darker than Trick or Treat, and Trick or Treat is already like super fucking dark. Celebration of like the dead and all that shit. You're dressing up as monsters, or like, it's just weird, right? And Trick or Treat in general is the way, like, something that Americans love to celebrate because they love tricking people. They love scamming people. And again, like, this gender affirmation is just a big-ass scam that it takes 7 seconds to just trigger the shit out of me of like, wow, this is pain and suffering. Because it holds no logic.
You're telling me for 40 years avocados are better right, not rotten? Ain't no way. Got a couple more avocados.
Mai says, that introduction? Because he got into an avocado and it was rotten, apparently. Funny enough.
Avocados, they are not rotten. Let me grab a knife.
The fuck stab and twist? Like, he already showed the solution.
Alright, got a knife. This is the way that I've always done it. Open it. Pit stuck. Take a knife. Stab it. Didn't come out.
Yeah, I mean, you do want to twist it. Once you stab it like that, you want to twist it. Now it makes sense. It would likely get stuck to the knife that way, instead of still being stuck in the avocado.
Stab it, didn't come out. Have to like dig it out. The way that I seem to do it. Open her up. And then push from the back.
Yeah, very satisfying.
For anyone ripping that girl apart saying the job market's not that bad.
I hope you know what kind of girl we're talking about. Ripping the girl apart. You have to ask a simple fucking question. Is it easy to find a job? It's just not fair. Entitled girl. This... I mean, after this... You gotta pay me more a little bit more, bro. Thank you very much. After this take, I'm like, nah. It is not something you would complain about, but the biggest problem is the lack of choices. Just absolute lack of choices. Like, there's no actual main infrastructure of getting jobs and doing jobs and learning things and accumulating experience and getting to a higher position. There's none of that shit anymore, you know, or maybe there never was. We still haven't established the most important thing that just builds everything, that makes everything exist properly in the high quality. I don't know how things exist anymore, to be honest, without this proper shit. So that's the girl, basically, we're shitting on. All right? Except I don't do that shit. Because I'm jobless forever now, and I'll stay that way. I would like to have a job, but I'll just fight for it. You know, fight for my hobby to be my job. To fight to, you know, impress people with the fact that I actually have skills. Where the fuck did you get skills? You know, if you weren't paid for it. Exactly. You know, it's magic, bro. At this point, I'm a fucking Harry Potter, bro.
Earlier this year, I'm looking for a job, okay? I applied to over 300 jobs, didn't hear back.
And if you don't understand what kind of skills I'm talking about that I will be accumulating, look at this font. Isn't that beautiful font that I'll be using? Or that one, or many other ones that I can switch from very quickly and put on thumbnails and stuff like that. I'm not going to do it on this thumbnail, but soon enough, my friends. Soon enough. In the background, I'm working on YouTube Rewind. I'm going to be just playing some of the skills. I don't do editing, so I have to improvise. But this is like really pretty. There's another example, technically. This one, I like that one too. So there's so many options here. The font system of Unity works pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't have shadows though. The only fucking downside, but I'll deal with it. So yeah, my friends, we're gonna do some magic. We're gonna impress some people. But people will want my things and will want more things and they will not pay for it. We'll see, all right? We'll see what happens. Because I want to explore the other side of things, you know, like I'll force myself into the world of rich and influential people. I'll force myself. It's possible.
From anyone, like anything and everything I was applying to.
But like being down here with other people, like it's pain in the ass. Like it's impossible. It just looks impossible at this point. And I'm like, I have to escape and I have to save a bunch of people because they're just going to be crushed by the impossibility of how the world doesn't work. and how it's trying to suffocate a bunch of people. Like, we're living in a world war that we cannot actually describe because the world is being suffocated. We can no longer make babies anymore. The fertility rate is going down. And it's gonna keep on going down because we're just suffocating financially, even though we're single and we don't even have time to like do anything basically. So, and we don't have like a bright future to look forward to. Everyone's complaining about the same shit, right? So it's actually pretty painful. I'll be fine. And no one's complaining around my local space, which is a miracle, but it's just more question marks for me. It's just more painful when no one is talking about anything. So, well, at least we got this thing. I mean, just food prices kind of went up like twice, if not more. And it's already stupid. I still pay the normal amount because I cut corners quite well. I'm not that stupid. I know how to do it. But, and I started eating fruits and vegetables, which is fucking awesome, you know, is the real foods. And a lot of people can cut that corner and be a lot happier with their life. So there's a lot of like real things that we're missing out on because we didn't figure out how to cut corners, how to make things more efficient. Also, like, just sending job applications is impossible. You shouldn't be doing that. You should, anytime you are challenged in life, you have to make it real. You have to go out in the real world, knock on people's doors. You have to make it real. That's the only fucking escape. People are trying to suffocate you because you allow just the digital space to save you. It's not going to happen. The internet is not going to save you. Internet is just as confused all the way around. TikTok is not going to pay you money for your fucking work. YouTube is not going to pay you money for your work unless you break through, unless you outcompete people. You got to be very careful. Put your challenges into the real life. It's a giving up versus suffocation. I will continue suffocating because they can't fucking suffocate me. They're just not going to be able to do that because I'm too smart for that shit. But for everyone else, if you feel like you're losing, the only fucking way you're gonna win is translating your being stuck on the internet mindset and go into the real world and explore. Go to marketplaces, talk to people. You gotta socialize. You'll find the solution, essentially. You'll find the jobs through your friends, whatever your friends are doing, like that sort of stuff. You gotta socialize. This is the only way out. No job application is gonna be, accepted that way. If you just file it online, it's just dumb. They get flooded with this shit. There's a lot of stuff that is getting automated. You're just not gonna get a reply anymore. Even on Tinder, I'm like automating the system and pretending that women just have to just file a job application. You got to give me one opinion or work experience. That just the fact that you have worked as a chatbot. I can't even. Well, fuck me, I guess. Can't even spell it right. Because now you're competing against chatbots on the internet. I'm like, well, I'll just talk to women because most women are just going to reject me. So I'm like, you just have to beat a chatbot, though. It's not that hard. But in the future, it might not be that fucking easy.
Finally, I hear back from one job and it's perfect. It's like a social media position for a baseball organization, and I love baseball and I do social media. So I'm like, this is perfect. So I go to an interview, rock it. I'm like, this job is mine. He says, I want to do a second interview. So I go to my second interview. At this point, I ask about the salary because he said it's a full-time job with a salary. And he's like, yes, I want to do one more interview with you. I'll get you the numbers at that interview. So I said, okay. So I go to the third interview and he says it's between you and one other candidate, but I'm going to go through with both of you. After that, I'll call you and let you know if the job is yours. So I said, okay. I get a call from him saying the job is yours if you want it. And I said, I still need to know the numbers. I need to know if I can afford to live. And he says, yep, I'll shoot you the proposal. So he texts me the proposal and it offers me $500 a month. $500 a month. He says the schedule is super flexible.
You go off a cliff, basically. And apparently, behind the scenes, the dude was not even meant to be trusted. He just goes to jail after some event. Like, it's just so weird, right? Like, who's even capable of creating jobs at this point? That's another question, right? Because, like, okay, maybe the job market doesn't want you to work for it. Maybe it just wants you to create jobs now. But it's just like, well, if there's no flow of money, everyone is getting suffocated. It's just how it works. Economy can fucking collapse when it doesn't actually fit the format. You know, fit the square hole. Economy can look like this, and we want something like this. And it doesn't fucking fit anymore, unfortunately. Yes, it's a baby game, but even fucking government can't understand that sometimes. Can't fucking play this baby game where the economy doesn't fucking fit and needs drastic changes. The way it works. Not how much money there is. Not just print more money. There's no easy solution, bro. You just gotta change the economic fucking structure entirely and try a different one. Or try a smaller scale of some kind. The biggest mistake of the government is that they don't have ability to test things properly. They rely on science, but science is bullshit sometimes. You know, I haven't heard of like economical science where they actually tested something. The only time things are getting tested is in the gaming world. Bro. This is where we test things. This is why I grew up with these problems in my mind of like, shit, I'm a game developer, but I have to think about the economic problems that everyone is facing to hardcore mode. That's the game we're actually playing. You know, as game developers, we have to like solve this shit for the government. And it's like, wait, government is useless? Is just it's just gonna suck up problems that nobody can solve and gonna force solutions? What the fuck? We need help, bro. We need to pick things that government cannot properly solve, and we have to take those problems away from them. We have to take that shit away from them because they're just playing with toys in a depressed mode. You know, we have to pull that shit into our hands. This is why NFTs felt like a good thing. This is why Bitcoin felt like it's liberating people, but it's not quite there yet. We haven't actually finished this whole thing because we haven't even explained how it works to people properly. So it exploded in value, but now nobody can afford it. The problem is, well, Bitcoin also has to evolve fast enough to be able to also fit the fucking needs of the people, because this shit is shrinking right now. We have to throw something in there that fits and grows. You know, that's the economic need. All right.
So
I'm not gonna.
Do you ever wonder if wealthy people have an unfair advantage? Let me kind of share a story with you real quick.
Now, the funny thing is, he doesn't give you guys a story.
Replacement therapies and vitamins and just overall general wellness. Now, bear in mind, I've been going to my regular doctor for years and he's never said anything about any of this. In any event, I get some blood work done and I find out that my estrogen is high, my testosterone is low, and I've got a thyroid problem. That's just what you want, right? Great news. In any event, he put me on some medications to balance out my thyroid, suppress the estrogen, and raise the testosterone. Then he looked at more blood work and found out I was vitamin D and iron deficient. So he put me on supplements for that and a whole bunch of other stuff that, you know, you could buy at GNC or the vitamin shop. Then he suggested these little nasal things that slide inside your nose while you're sleeping that hold your nostrils open and make it easier to breathe at night. And don't forget a massive level of vitamin C. Now, all these changes got...
And it just cuts off. I'm not exactly sure why. Like, the thing is just so confusing of, like, what it has to do with the first statement, right? I don't understand.
Do you ever wonder if wealthy people have an unfair advantage?
Yeah, so, no. There's no unfair advantage, unfortunately. You can be living a pretty good life through effort alone. You get resources, and the resources grow exponentially. If you were able to squeeze at least understanding of like social constructs and how to be nice to people, you have graduated the first level. If you understood how to acquire skills and grow as a person, personally, understand personalities of other people and how you match things together, you have graduated second level. I did that. And now we can keep on doing the same thing, technically. Because it's not supposed to, like, get out of control. But it's going to be more difficult. Now I have to show effort. I have to be a public person. I have to outcompete other people. And Europeans going to fucking feel it. Europeans going to click on my videos and going to be like, but, like, fuck, he's, like, putting things out there. He's doing something in the open. Everyone can fucking see that. That's the power of the internet. You can make your work very visible. And unfortunately, I've been waiting for that opportunity a very long time. Now I'm going to show you my skills more and more so. If people don't like it, why just going to show more? There is no unfair advantage. And there's no need for, doctors to step in and restructure your body, basically. They can force your body to feel better, to feel more energy or whatever, to balance out by force. They can sort of do that. They find those things somehow. Government finds force in so many weird ways, I can't wrap my head around at this point. But if you just take that, you're just kind of like freezing yourself over. You're just giving in. Unless it's like removing distractions and you can focus on your skills that way, it's not very helpful. All right? You just go to doctors. Like, you're wasting time. You must understand. You're wasting time. You just have to meditate on yourself and figure out what you need mentally. Because the mental health is everything. The mental health cannot be empowered by pills or medication. It's all on you. It's just, you got to take the blame for the things that you feel and you do, and that you can move things around that you feel uncomfortable with, and you have to understand that everything matters as long as you doing that thing for a prolonged period. It has to be like meaningful, and it has to be comfortable too. So no, there's no unfair advantage. And shut the fuck up about your doctors. Again, you talk about therapy too much, about doctors too much. You will lose reputation in my eyes. Like, you are an unstable person because you rely on other people. You have successfully declared that you are mentally ill, that you need help. I cannot trust a person like that. This is the biggest red flag there is. Because if a person is unreliable by themselves, if they don't have a stable personality, there is no other red flags but that. That's the only red flag of, like, please help me, basically. I'm always drowning. There's no other red flag. The red flag is the warning flag of, like, either help me or run away from me, But very likely, you will try and help me and I'll just suck in your effort as a black hole. That's a red flag. Like, you have to be stable by yourself. A help is just supposed to be a small token from like 10 different people, and it's like you went back to normal. The flag just evaporated, you know. So what you're trying to do is just to try to damage their red flags, to try to remove it. Because the red flag is not a red flag if you can destroy it, right? Like, that's so easy. Easy puzzle. Honestly, this video, I have to retranslate it and give to my mom, because my mom is overweight and she doesn't understand, you know, what's causing that shit. She might be distracted.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Free from desire, mind and senses purified. Free from desire, mind and senses purified. Free from desire, mind and senses purified. Free from desire.
Y'all ready for this?
I mean, yeah, variety matters. That's one thing. Obvious stuff as well. Yeah, social environment is... There's a lot of things that, like, secretly sneak in food into your mouth. And this is one way, for sure. Also, just think about what you're drinking. Like, really? Does alcohol actually taste good? Because, fuck, who's gonna convince me that this expensive garbage tastes good as at the same time when it tastes fucking bad? And it's disgusting, basically, and it just burns your body. Like, I don't understand this shit. This is a social garbage. There's a lot of social garbage, like smoking. Oh boy, bro. We socially pick it up easily, but it's garbage. So it's a trick, right? It's not a treat. But we just do it because, like, we feel like socially linked, but that's the trick. And it potentially, like, evolves into something way worse. Way worse. But at least we're not killing each other over it. Because, like, holy shit, man. That is very scary. But you can lose things. You can be outplayed if you pick up too much fucking beer, because someone's gonna drink one beer, they're gonna fake the other ones, and they're gonna observe you very carefully and all your weaknesses and all the things that you're doing, and they're gonna take advantage of you any moment. You know, this is very dangerous stuff that people are playing with, basically. And it turns that way. You know, I think what's going on is the competition level, where you sort of like drinking and the observing other people, it trickled down onto like general society, and some people got just lost in it. They're just that stupid. They get lost into something that doesn't even it isn't even available for them, isn't suitable for them. There's a reason why there's a drinking age, because drinking these things is completely fucking stupid. You know, it's unsuitable for normal people. So you can do these like social weird things where you go into a bar and you have to drink, and people gonna observe what you're gonna do when you get drunk and all that shit, and you're supposed to get just some bullshit stuff. But and probably just went old because like we're already under a lot of pressure. We don't need these things anymore. So this could be from the past. This could be just weird stuff. This could be for rich people, competitive stuff. So I can even trace back like the origins, and general society should not pick these things up. You know, this is poison. Purposeful poison. Work and earning money is also purposeful poison. It's another competitive edge environment thing. Like, you can earn certain amount of money, a minimum wage that government enforced. That's fine. But if you go above and beyond, try to earn more, all of a sudden, you might be fucking drinking bleach the next day, bro. Like, you gotta be careful. You gotta go to fucking McDonald's and put down that application, bro. Because you're not supposed to get anything better than minimum wage. Your life is more meaningful than your work. You know, you can work on your hobby, you can fucking be an artist and all that shit. But if you try and go above and beyond and try to build a family, that's a competitive thing. It's poison to people who have lack of skills. It's absolute poison. If you have a lot of skills, you can go to work, you can be a celebrity, you can go to movies and show off all those fucking weird things that you have. You cannot do that when you're stupid. Yeah, don't worry about the food you eat. You don't have, you're hungry, you take in that food. You feel like you bloated a little bit, I don't know, move around a little bit more. You don't have to stop eating if you like food, if you still feel hungry. I don't feel hungry when I'm bloated. Like, it's normal. I feel like a normal human being, bro. So, but the fat people get stuck in like really problematic patterns, and it's obvious, and it's supposed to be obvious to them, and obviously you have to like fight them, but at some point you're just gonna give up, just like they give up on themselves, because it all comes down to you personally. No one can help you if you choose drowning instead. I love drowning. No one can pull you out of the water if you just choose to drown. Maybe you can go unconscious, but if you could just keep on jumping from bridges, like, goodbye, bro. We're not helping you anymore. So, yeah. It all comes down to mental health. It all comes down to making rational decisions. And not trying to protect yourself from all the bad things. That's what Americans try to do. You know, they're trying to mask the obesity as much as possible. Of like, we're going to put the pretty people up front, and there's going to be a bunch of fucking fat people in the dumpster where you can't even find them. But for some reason, the statistics say otherwise. The statistics say that half of the people are overweight, of some bullshit like that. I'm like, how America actually looks like, I want to know. How they actually look like. So just pull an actual group of people and show me. Because now it's fucking weird. I mean, yeah, we can skip this part and just ask people to be productive. Shaming not necessarily is going to be powerful enough. Again, you can do that. You can do that to some people a couple of times, and you got to stop, basically. You know, you got to know your limits. How do you evolve this into next thing so you can continue doing that? Because to continue doing something, you have to evolve. You have to make better decisions, even with them, with the other person you're trying to help. It could be a lot of different causes as well. But is it not a choice? Is it really not a choice? Yeah, because if you put a person like that in a work environment, an overweight person in a work environment, would they enjoy it? Or in a workout environment where they just pretend to work, they pretend to be rewarded, you know, it's all pretentious, but we're all happy that they're doing the work, right? So that's the more productive approach, to pull that person out into the real world, and they will lose weight, and maybe they want to be attractive, and they might get addicted into like wow, this is actually working and all that shit. We can find solution like that. It exists. People have lost their weight, and we have to follow their stories, and that's the way to do it. There's a dude on the Discord suggesting another stupid thing. Now you're just like, oh, what do you think about this subliminal thing? So it can grow your brain and make you taller, shorter. Who wants to be shorter, by the way? No. You, in order to make changes, you rely completely on yourself and ability to like be a better person. If you want to see better, because I have a problem with my back, with my eyesight, and I know it's not like permanent damage necessarily. Maybe it's permanent damage to my teeth, however. But it's not permanent damage to the things that I can eat, though, if I haven't lost all my teeth. And I can still clean it past this point. So you must understand, there is a way, there is a return ticket. Just like IDUB says, you should not continue digging a hole when it's already too deep. You should be able to say, like, stop, I'm not going to run from cops. You have to surrender. You know, at some point you have to surrender to the fact that you have a problem, and you can stop the problem from progressing by stopping to eat. You know, you just simply have to do less. Not have to do more, you have to do less. You have to think the opposite way. You have to do less. This is why laziness is not gonna put food in your mouth, because you might be too lazy to go to the fridge. But what if you have nothing better to do? You're just gonna keep on looking for food, because that's the only like entertaining part of life potentially. There's a lot of some weird shit that's going on that I've observed.
Can you show me how to...
Okay, this is going to be a cool ending. I'm just going to show the whole thing. It's too mesmerizing for me to say anything. It's like, well, I would like to have one of those. But honestly, not really, because it just looks like a distraction. But it would be a cool toy for someone.
That wasn't it. Can you show me how to make it back into a cube? Of course I can. Now, when I first got one of these, back in like lockdown, they were really expensive. Whereas now, they're like £1.70 or something on the TikTok shop. I was calm. But these always just tend to find themselves in this nearly a star formation. The magnets hold them that way, right? So to get to a cube, all you really need is to get to the star first. So once you get to this star, which you just figure out naturally, we can choose any arm, you know, this one, and if we just push it forward, you know, it opens up like that. It opens up like that, and then we just let it like fall forward and reconnect, and then we turn the whole thing over and we do the same thing. Open up the opposite arm like that, and then let it fall forward and let it connect, and then you have your cube. But what I do find fascinating about these things is they're sort of infinite once you just add on more. So if we get it back into that ball shape I was just there in a second ago, and I get like another one. Here happens to be another one, and we put it in a bit like this, right? So it's now in and the magnets start to connect or whatever. And if we just open it up again, I find this really fascinating, which is why I like these in the first place. They're just really interesting geometric structures. Now they kind of work as one, but you can just design different ways to connect them all with the magnets. So let's, okay, oh, one I do like is if we take that out, get out of here. So if I make this into a triangle, like that, and then I'm just gonna do this with the triangle. I'm gonna make it into like a sort of square shape. And we can do the same with the other, maybe. I feel like I'm bending time and space with these. There we go. Into this little square shape. Drop it into this one. Cool, right? And that's kind of how I store them, actually. So, cool. There you go. They're called Shashibo cubes. Yeah, cool little...
Alright, I have no comment. It's just, in fact, cool. For me, like, TikToks do feel like they're trading Pokemons. Like, you have to find cool ones and share them on YouTube. It's just an obligation that everyone has. And Sniper Wolf needs an apology from a lot of people. All right. That's why this drama is just going to continue. It just opened the can of worms. Just Jackson's bounced really fast and really painfully off the wall, you know, and maybe he doesn't even belong in the creator community. We'll see, you know, maybe he'll fall in love with the bingo game properly, and it's going to evolve into something cool. Maybe he's going to be a cool evaluator of content, or but he's just collecting that through consent and through his cancel. I don't know if it's gonna work for him. It depends. So far, it haven't worked. But watching other people's videos is a little bit better and a little bit weird for him to just turn into a React channel. So, but that's what I wanted. I'm not gonna criticize him for it. I'm like, well, you have to compete head to head with Sniper Wolf, and that was the better choice. And it's like, it's almost predictable because that's just the better move forward. Anyways, see you guys next time, or tomorrow, because I have to upload one of these every single day because I just kind of feel like it. I cannot be completely dormant. I have to exist on the board and tell you what's up. Anyways, bye.